Good afternoon, everyone. Before we begin, I would like to thank Commissioner Petiti and the entire Big Ten Conference on their ongoing support and leadership. I also want to acknowledge the outstanding support from our administration at UCLA, particularly from our Chancellor, Dr. Julio Frank, and our Athletic Director, Mark Jarman. And to my staff and everyone in our program who has worked tirelessly both on and off the field to support our success of our student athletes. Their vision and dedication are unending and truly inspiring. To my wife, my children, parents, and the rest of my family, none of this will be possible without your support through this incredible journey. None of this. Well, everyone, I'm back. Last year, I stood up here and reminded everyone that UCLA is in LA, which, looking back, might have been the most obvious geography lesson in Big Ten history. But you know what? The important things are, we're stating clearly, we are in LA, and we're proud to be in LA. And this year, we're ready to show the Big Ten what LA football looks like when it's firing on all cylinders. That moment speaking to you last year taught me a valuable lesson. Authenticity resonates more deeply than perfection. Our players saw me being human, and it brought us closer together. We've been joking about it for about a year now. The players know that same genuine approach is how we coach, recruit, and build this program. Speaking of building, we've had an incredible year of progress, and I mean incredible. When I took on this job, I inherited a program with tremendous tradition and immense opportunity. We're not just committed to restoring UCLA football, we're committed to evolving in this new era of college athletics. Our recruiting has been outstanding, and I mean outstanding right now. We've brought in young men who understand what it means to be a Bruin, academically excellent, athletically gifted, and committed to being bigger than themselves. They're joining the community that will challenge them intellectually and develop them athletically and prepare them for success on and off the field. One thing that they get to do is compete in the Rose Bowl, and that's the most iconic venue. Everybody knows the Rose Bowl. We get to play there every week. One thing I know that UCLA can do is open up doors. I know this personally. UCLA opened doors for me as a player, and ultimately brought me back home as the head coach. That's the kind of lasting connection that UCLA creates. Our players have embraced this vision. They've worked incredibly hard this offseason, not just in the weight room and on the field, but in the classroom and the community. They understand that being a Bruin means excellence in everything you do. Our program is built off three pillars: discipline, respect, and enthusiasm. Now, these aren't just words on the wall. It's the framework in how we expect our players to conduct themselves on and off the field. Discipline in preparation, in academics, and in how you represent the university. Respect for teammates, coaches, opponents in this game we all love. And enthusiasm, a genuine passion for competing, for learning, and for being part of something special. Discipline, respect, and enthusiasm builds a culture that achieves lasting success. Today, I'm fortunate to have three young men with me who are perfect examples of what it means to be Bruins in this new era. Garrett DiGiorgio, our senior right tackle. After 4 years of anchoring our offensive line and a chance to go to the NFL, Garrett chose to return because he believes in what we're building at UCLA. John Vaughns, our senior linebacker. After years splitting time between football and baseball, John chose to dedicate himself fully to our team, a sacrifice that has transformed his leadership. Nico Iamaleava, our sophomore quarterback from Cali. He's an elite quarterback who chose to come back home and help build something special at UCLA. This Big Ten journey has been magnificent for our program. We're thrilled to be a part of a conference that has produced national champions these last 2 years. That's the standard of excellence we aspire to reach. Being surrounded by that level of success elevates everything we do. Our players are passionate about having an opportunity to compete against legendary programs and prove that West Coast football belongs on the biggest stage. We're not just focused on winning games. We're committed to building something special and sustainable to honor UCLA's incredible tradition. We aim to be recognized as a program that develops both NFL caliber talent and leaders in every field. Entering year 2, I expect to see significant improvement, not just in my team, but in myself as a head coach. Growth is part of the process, and we're all committed to being better than we were last season. I know there's questions about our progress, expectation, and how well we're performing this conference. That's totally fair. We're here to earn respect, not demand it. However, I can tell you this. My team is ready, they're confident, they're prepared, and they're hungry to show up and show out and redefine what UCLA football can be. So yes, we're still in LA. We're proud to be Bruins, and we're ready to make it happen starting now. I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Coach. We have your first row on your right side.
Kenneth Berry, Touchdowns and Tangents. Coach, what life lessons have you pulled on from your second year at UCLA and your second year in the pros to help you now in your second year as head coach? And how do you plan to utilize the world-class speed of Oregon transfer Roger Pleasant, whether it be on offense and special teams? He plays corner, but.
Well, hopefully this season goes as well as my second year in the NFL. We went to the Super Bowl that year. We ended up losing to the Patriots, but it was a great run, and we played really well. So I'm looking for that type of success this year for our players, and I'll probably be mentioning that type of things to them over this next season and how it goes. But other than Roger Pleasant, great talent, fast kid, has a lot of upside, so we're still trying to figure out exactly what we can do with him. But I'm excited to see him doing some special teams, returning kicks, and just finding ways to get the ball in his hand because he's a special talent.
Third row in the middle.
DeShaun, Hondo Carpenter on SI. Martin German is one of the most respected young athletic directors in all of America, and he didn't inherit you, he picked you. Will you talk about working with him, that relationship, and his standard of excellence, and what it's like to work in that environment with him?
I'm just fortunate to have an athletic director that's been at the highest level and been to schools that produce at the highest level. So, the expectations that he has, they're very high, and I just trust everything that he says, and I hold on to a lot of the words that he tells me. So we have a great relationship. I'm just fortunate that I have somebody that is in my corner and just supports me the way that he does.
Coach, same row, third.
Coach Jamal Madney, LA Fan Base Network, great to see you. You're replacing 4 incredible players to the NFL draft on the defensive end, particularly that front 7. Who are some players that you've seen evolve over the last few months that you're really excited about that could potentially fill that void?
Excited about John Vaughn coming in. There's a few linebackers, John Vaughn, Chisholm, and also J9. Excited about them. Up front, I got Gary Smith coming back. Keanu is back also. These are guys that we lost to injuries. Kanye Clark. So there's a few guys that, they started the season but weren't able to finish it. So I'm pretty excited about them because, going into their last year, this is going to be a special moment for them. So we're looking forward to it.
Coach, final question here in the first row.
Hey, Coach. Nick Hamilton, Nightcast Media. Wanted to ask you what are some of the characteristics that you saw in Nico that you felt that would help elevate your program, as well as him being in the locker room to galvanize that entire locker room?
Just, the arm strength is just something that you see off just from watching him play at all, but he's just a talent. And it's not anything that I saw him do last season. It's more of what I've seen him do all the way up. Him being a local quarterback, I've seen him play a few times. And he's played with a lot of players that are on our team, so there's a lot of familiarity there. And we're just excited to have a playoff quarterback. Somebody that was able to lead his team to the playoffs. They might not have gotten the outcome that they wanted, but he still was able to play, and he showed how tough he was in that game, and just being able to come back home and be comfortable and be in a familiar environment. I think sky's the limit. So we're excited about this.
Coach Foster, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.